Gets into the paint. That one won't fall, but we've seen her attack the basket more recently.
Yeah, definitely looking to drive more in the half court.
And that's an easy bucket for Johnson running the lane.
But really fits the pace and style and way that Oklahoma State wants to play offensively, in particular transition. Here you go.
Right to the rim, and an assist from her to Akata. Staley Hurd was trying to get something sorted out defensively with a call here. Three-pointer good that time for Johnson. That's her 7th make on 12 attempts this year. Cowgirls can take their first lead with a bucket here. Hurd tried to wrap around a pass underneath and gave it away. Pass up the floor, wide open look, and it's good for Little Paige Bugs. Yeah, we haven't even seen Dunn yet, I don't think, and she's a very capable scorer. Here she comes right now, taking the warm-up off. A caught in the lane, got it to go.
That can force a help situation without any movement. And then Van Geitenbeek, just such a good manager of the game. And you mentioned her 3 assists already as Wooten makes a play as we talk about these two. Van Geitenbeek's averaged 9 assists per game over the last 6. And Shears has 3 assists, and just as importantly, no turnovers here this afternoon.
She's got about a 2.5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio, and that's been turning it over more recently. Instead, here she hits a long-range jumper.
But that's the relentlessness of Baylor on the offensive glass.
In and out for Van Geitenbeek, and the Cowgirls trailing by 3 back with the basketball. Oklahoma State has held Baylor to less than 30% from the field. Whiting is fouled and finishes.
We talked about how Micah Gray for the Cowgirls is a big, strong guard. So is Whiting, right there.
Cowgirls still have not led in the game. Micah Gray tried to change that,
yes. But not so hugged up on that weak side.
Now a takeaway for Oklahoma State. Jaden Wooten is everywhere for the Cowgirls. Hurd on the drive, through contact, and one for Staley Hurd.
Well, here's Staley Hurd. Nice job right here. Ball fake again. See the rotation has been Scott not being available.
Wooten to extend the lead, yes.
Able to get to a spot.
Living in that mid-range.
All right.
It's an 11-1 run for Oklahoma State. Make that 11-4. Talia Scott with the bucket.
She pushes. That's excellent one-on-one defense.
Scott with the basketball in her hands now. Oh, that is a very tough look. Akot zings it out. Wooten now in the corner. Goes baseline. Oh, beautiful feed to Akot for 2.
Again, Wooten in isolated situations, even against very good individual defenders. I mean, she can take you off the bounce and force help.
Corner 3, short, but an offensive board. Staley Hurd into double figures for the first time in a handful of games. Whiting goes by the defender, dumps it off, Akot for 2.
And a Staley Hurd can make an impact.
How about a Micah Gray? Yep.
Bunnies. I mean, they've gotten there. You saw it multiple times in the first half as well.
Gray, back-to-back.
Those back-to-back threes at him from Gray. Again, with Wooten out, I mean, you're in good hands with Amari Whiting. That lead guard position, great. Oklahoma State up 16.
Don't forget, she set the single season three-point make mark for OSU last year. And out of Akot underneath, going back to work. Fauntleroy with, Van Geitenbeek with 7 assists. Tyler Hurd comes up with the steal for the Cowgirls. Bounces it ahead. Timmer. Wooten tried to dump it inside. It's stolen away. 5 seconds to shoot for Baylor. Ahead to Helms. Underneath. Done. Got it at the buzzer.
There it is. Great job of Baylor right there. You get a stop. to win on the road.
Long two-point jumper, knocked down by Kayla Nelms, making a 9-0 run. Timmer inside to a cot. 5 to shoot. Whiting on the drive now, lay it good.
You saw Whiting as she caught it in the corner. That's a veteran player. She looked up at the clock, saw 3 seconds. Plenty of time to drive it.
Done with the bank shot. Her Whiting will try the 3 this time. Baylor back with it. Nelms running the floor, spins it in.
Boy, great job of Nelms sprinting the floor. Oklahoma State doesn't have defensive balance right there. Slip behind the D. Baylor working their way back in this one.
It's a 13-2 Baylor run since the last moments of the third quarter. Reverse layup goes for Wooten.
Games on the road in this league, sometimes you have to have something, and this is why you have to have Wooten in the game, late game situations. This is just an athlete going and making a play, turns the corner.
Oklahoma State is led by as many as 19. Van Dykenbeek makes the difference, 7. Fauntleroy working on a cut. 10 to shoot. Dunn underneath. Open look. Nelms for 2 more.
And what a good pass by Dunn. Well,
driving on Hurd. Oh, that's a tough finish.
Right shot right there. Now you have Hurd. Whiting to Hurd. Hurd does a good job trying to not allow her to turn the corner. That's just a tremendous.
The Cowgirls have not scored in more than 4.5 minutes. Van Dykenbeek for the lead. Got it!
Yeah. Van Dykenbeek, we talked about league, just too much space right there.
A caught on the drive. Her shot is blocked. Got it back on the baseline. Trying to find Whiting, and it's turned over.
Well, that's that length and size in the interior for Baylor. That time it was Abram, 6'3", using her length and size advantage over a cop.
Van Dykenbeek straight to the rim for 2. Fauntleroy gives it away. Wide open look, gets the roll. Timmer fighting through several screens. It's well short, out of bounds, off of a cot. It'll go back to Baylor with 20 seconds remaining. Coach Sternecker told us that they've been pretty good in late game situations. It hasn't always worked out, but they feel comfortable in those late game moments. Whiting buries the 3.
It's 5 of 25 so far.
Timmer on the catch and shoot. Off the mark, and the Baylor Bears coming to Stillwater and pick up win number 1 in their Big 12 season to even the record.